Okay, good afternoon, everyone. I hope you are all doing well. Um, I can see the number of people on the YouTube channel. Uh, I think the admin. I'll talk to the admin to send me the link to the YouTube so that I can be able to see the comments and. Good afternoon. Can I have the link to the YouTube channel? Amazing. Sorry, I'm trying to get the link to the YouTube channel. I'm optimistic that it will be available soon. Those of you on the physical class, please join us on the. Those of you on the physical class, please. Okay. Sorry, give me a moment. Let me inform those in the physical class to join us on the platform on the YouTube platform. Okay. I think we should be back live. Okay, so far we've been able to cover most of what we are supposed to cover. Before I go any further, I would like to first of all apologize for not being available last week. I had some unforeseen situations that I really had to address, and I could not be able to make it to the class last week. Now, now, sorry, I'm trying to get the. Okay, good afternoon. Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me online? Those of us on YouTube. Okay, good. Let it not be like I'm talking to myself. That is how madness. That is how madness used to start. Okay. This week we will be talking about your cornerstone projects. Okay. Is it cornerstone or capstone? Let me check and confirm, please, real quick. Okay, ideas, curriculum, capstone projects. Now, students choose a software engineering project to research and develop. Okay, that's cool. So practically, what this is about, the capstone project is about you picking or choosing a software engineering project to research and to develop. Okay, You are to pick a software engineering project that you will research it and then you subsequently develop what you've researched. Are we together? Okay. Um, so, how do you, first of all, get a topic for a project? Okay. How do we get a topic? Now, if you remember in my classes, I usually tell you guys that for a software engineer, anywhere you see a problem, it's an opportunity. Now, since any problem is an opportunity, now I believe you guys can be able to find problems that can be solved using software engineering and software engineering principles. Now, now you can develop a management system of any type, okay? Management system of any type that has an impact in the society you live. Now, it is very paramount for students to know, or for participants to know, that you don't, when looking to solve a problem, you start from your immediate society, okay? From your immediate location. Don't go solving problems that well, you can go ahead and solve them, but it's of paramount you start with problems that are related to your society and then you move on upwards from there. That way, your solution will have a base, irrespective of. Okay. Um, a simple example is we have hospitals around that needs management systems to handle uh, certain processes for them. Please, when speaking a project, you don't have to pick the entirety of its management system because when it comes to the development part of it, it will consume most of your time. So the advice here is pick a system that pick a system that is a subsystem of another system, and then you go from there to solving that particular problem. Let me give you a simple example. Now, when I was in Casina, I saw some of my students saying they want to develop a hospital management system. Now, it sounds nice to hear that I'm developing a hospital management system, but can you really develop it? Is a question. Can you develop a hospital management system? Now, the first question you ask yourself is which hospital are we talking about? Is it is a general hospital? Is it a clinic? Is it what type of hospital are we talking about? Now, now, if you decide if you decide you want to develop a hospital management system, then do you know what it means for one to develop a hospital management system? Because a hospital management system include things like not limited to these items I'm going to enumerate, but first of all, you need to handle employee management. Now, under employee management alone, you're going to have things like promotion and retirement management. You're going to have leave management. You're going to have salary management. You're going to have gratuity management. You're going to have, have I said promotion? So you're going to manage everything that has to do with employees. So employee management is one. Then patient management is another one. So under patient management, you need to know what type of patient the person is. Is he is he under GOPD or under which of the department? Which room is allocated to the patient? Which doctor saw the patient? When? What was the doctor's remark? which was he allocated to a room? If yes, which room? If no, why? So all those things, you need to be able to capture it on your system. Now, don't forget that that is just one part of it. Then you have to start looking at things like, has medicine been administered to the patient? If medicine has been administered to the patient, is it the right quantity? Is it at the due time? So all those things you need to capture on your on the system. But we are still talking about just a single system, hospital management. Now, a hospital sometimes owns equipments like vehicles. Now, if you're developing a hospital management system, then you have to capture them because the hospital might buy a car and then where is it? It's with someone else. So the hospital need to know where each and every one of the inventory is. Let's talk about inventory. Now, on inventory alone, you have things like oxygen, you have things like face masks, you have things like so many items that you need to be able to capture. Now, in the same hospital management system, you still need to capture the birth and death of people. I don't know if I'm making sense. So what I'm trying to say is that for someone to say, I want to develop a hospital management system, then that person will need to understand the gravity of what the person is trying to pull. And one of the first things we discuss in the introduction to software engineering is feasibility studies. And under feasibility studies, you have things like, do I have the resources to actually embark on this particular project or expenditure? So if you have the resources and you have the technical know-how, you have the time and the funding, then why not? But for a project like this, if you decide to go with developing a system like that, then it's going to be difficult for you to go about it. That is why it said pick a system and then pick a subsystem of that particular system. So let's assume you're picking a hospital management system. You can say, okay, I just want to manage I just want to manage I just want to manage the mortuary aspect of hospital management system. Who is brought in when, who is brought out when. So that will give you a technical know-how of how to actually add record into your database, how to update the record into your database, and so on and so forth. Okay. I think my live stream is off. Okay, someone is joining. I think he said yes. Okay. Okay. Are we on the same page, guys? I don't want to be talking to myself like, you know what? So somebody say something. Am I still talking to people or all of you are asleep? Okay, I can see Bashir Dauran. Bashar Dauran. Okay. Okay, I can see okay Chuku. Okay, Chidebere is here too. Okay, Michael Ladi. Okay, all right. Now let's move on. I see Sharifat and so on. Okay, let's move on. Now, which one should you do first? Is it the development or the documentation? Anyone? Okay, okay, I can see. Which one should we do first? Is it the development or the documentation? Okay, so it seems there is a bit of a lag. Whenever I'm speaking, there's a bit of a lag between myself and you guys. Okay, so the first thing we need to start with is the documentation part, and then we move to the development, right? We start with documentation, and then we move to development. Now, what is even documentation and what is development? Documentation is the part where you document the software that the project you're going to develop. Okay, so you document it. Let's assume you want to do visitors log for your company, for the company you are doing internship with. So you want to do a visitors log, for instance. So now the question is, what will you need to be able to develop such kind of system? Will you need to learn how to use database? Will you need to what programming languages will you use for the project? Um, what design method what design method are you going to use? Are you going to use UML to show how the flow of the program is going to look like, and so on and so forth? What are the requirements of that particular project? Okay, what are the requirements? What do you need? What are the functional requirement that the system will not work without? Okay, so you need to be able to itemize all those things. Now, once you finish itemizing them, you will have a bit of a chunk, a bulky document. Okay, um, usually documentation is a bit bulky, and it's one of the time-consuming aspect of software development. Okay, because each and every functionality need to be explained in detail. Because if you remember when we are doing our classes, we made mention that your requirement there must not be ambiguity in your requirement. So if you're going to deal with a requirement that has no ambiguity, then you need to do proper documentation for that particular requirement. Okay, then we talk about design. Design, um, which UML diagram do you want to use? Is it flowchart? Is it sequence? Is it activity? There are so many of them. Now, after that, we will talk about implementation. How do you go about doing the implementation? Where are you going to start from? Do you want to develop the UI from scratch, or do you want to start? Do you want to buy a template and continue from there? There are so many things that you can document. Okay, and then we go for testing. What type of testing do you want to perform on this particular software you are developing? What are the test cases? So let me give you an example of what test case look like. Let's assume, okay, I think I've explained that in class. Let's assume that you give a text field that says age. Now, age can be a number and it can be written in Word. The person can write number 3 or can write THREE. It still means the same thing, but will the system accept words or numbers? So you need to be able to test for all those things. Let's assume you have a username and password for a login, and you want to test it. You want to write test cases for it. Now, your first case might be something like, what happens if I enter the username and I refuse to enter the password? What happens? Should it log me in? Okay, so now the next thing is, what happened in the event where I enter I refuse to enter the username, but I enter the password? Should the system log me in? Now another case is, what if I do not enter anything at all? No username, no password. So all these are test cases that one can be able you can be able to write down during your documentation, so that when you finish developing the software and you want to do your testing, you know you know the items you are going to test the software for. Okay, are we together? Are we together, guys? I can see so many people are still talking about documentation. I think that we've passed that about 10 to 15 minutes ago. Okay. Okay. Now, after that, we talk about deployment. Now, there are multiple ways of deploying a software. Okay, and you have different hosting you can use to deploy your software. You can do the normal deployment where you copy the files and dump them on the server, and then you test to make sure that the software is running as expected. or you can do something something towards continuous development and continuous integration. Okay, where you use GitHub to do your deployment. Okay, after that, then I think you are good. You're good to go. And then I think what one of the things we might do is we might ask you to share a link to your project, maybe on a GitHub repo or something, and then we can go through and then grade you based on that. Now, with your population, that will take me God knows how long, but well, I will be optimistic and I will pray over it. Okay. Um, so for the capstone project, one of the first things we will do, one of the first things we will do is to start to look for the project topic. We need to get a project topic we're going to work on, and then we we start to work on it. Now, I will try my best to see that I create a template that will guide you on how to do your documentation. Okay, I will try my best to see that I create a document that will help you with your documentation. Um, After the documentation, then we'll talk about the development, and then we'll go to the next item until we are done with the entire project. Are we on the same page? Are we on the same page, or are you guys sleeping already? Okay, Kingsley, well done. So for your project, I think it will be paramount that you use the programming language that was taught by Mr. Abdul Muttalib to develop your software. I believe we treated my SQL in class, and Mr. Muttalib discussed Python. I think Python, or Python, yeah, Python programming language. So you can use Python and MySQL to do your development. Okay. Um, for any part you don't understand, you can either ask us through email, or you can liaise with Google or with YouTube to get solutions easily. Now, myself, I find it easy to either consult YouTube or Stack Overflow. With those two, or ChatGPT, actually, with those three items, you can be able to do your development and okay. So, is it Steven Jason is asking, can you use Django? Yes, the answer is absolutely yes. In fact, it will be preferable if you use Django to develop your application. Okay, so you can use Django MySQL to develop the application that you're going to document. But make sure that the software you're documenting is the software you're developing. Okay, the software you're documenting is the software you are developing. Now, I have seen situations where someone is documenting a software and the software he is presenting is totally something else, which is funny. It's like it's like somebody paying you in calories today. You just laugh at the person and say he doesn't know what he's doing, because that is not the current current method of payment. Okay. Any other question? Any other question, guys? Okay, so Kingsley is asking a question that can you build a website? Now, please understand that there is difference between websites and management systems. Okay, there is a huge difference between websites and management systems. Now, for websites, it's a simple, maybe HTML page meant to disseminate information. Okay, practically what is used for practically what is used for is to disseminate information. So I can have a website about myself, maybe to talk about me, what I've been able to do so far, the projects I've done, people I've mentored or something, people I interact with, what programming languages I'm into, and so on and so forth. And then a management system is totally different from that. A management system is expected to do something, okay? It's expected to what? Do something. So for a management system, you can have maybe hospital management system, you can have school management system, you can have there's many of them actually. But the ones I'm more concerned with is the school and the hospital management systems. Okay, even attendance management system, there are so many things you can do actually. Even visitors log can be a management system. Okay, okay. Someone is asking question. Please, is the Capstone project going to be group work? Okay, so I have to consult and then I'll get back to you. But as far as I'm concerned, I don't think it's going to be group work because when I asked for group work last time, I had students telling me, "Sir, I don't have group. Sir, you not give me group." And then some people, in fact, after the due dates, that is when they will start telling me, "Sir, my phone got pregnant and give birth to a SIM card." And then I don't know how to address those kind of issues. Okay, so I think it will be individual, but I will consult and then I'll get back to you on the platform. Are we together? Okay, I can see people laughing. I don't know why. Okay. For the documentation, you're going to use Microsoft Word to document the software. Okay, you're going to use Microsoft Word to document the software. For the development, I think it will be preferable if you use Python, preferably use the Django framework, since that is what you've been taught in this particular course. I'm answering the question from Arenzi. Bashir Dauran asked a question. For one to use Django, must he also have Python and PyCharm installed? Um, I think you definitely need Python for you to be able to develop an application using Django. But but I don't think you have to. I don't think it's a must that you must use PyCharm. You can use it. I think it's free. It's free and you can use it, but it depends on you. Some people prefer Visual Studio Code. Some people prefer other type of IDEs. So it all depends on you. Okay, it all depends on you. Okay, someone is asking, and the person doesn't have a name. It says King Marshall, I mean King QING. I think the person is trying to put King and then the feminine side of him change the K to Q. So we have King Marcel is asking, good day, sir. When are we starting the project? So we are supposed to start last week, but due to some unforeseen circumstances and So due to some unforeseen circumstances and some issues, I was not able to come to class, and then I was not able to inform you. But I think we can start from today, moving onward. I think this particular class is supposed to last for 3 weeks or 4 weeks. So we've consumed 1 week. Protests have not allowed us to join to reconvene and continue. So you're online and I'm here. So I think what we will do is we start today and then we move forward from there. I don't know if we're on the same page. Okay. Okay. So Imam Mustafa Isa is asking, what is the deadline? The class is supposed to last for 3 weeks. The class is supposed to last for three and a half weeks. So we'll assume we still have 3 weeks to go to develop the project. Okay. All right. Oh, okay. I thought okay. So Kingsley has responded to my query about the name King Marcel. So he said the name is intentionally chosen. That King means pure. Well, it can be pure and it can be pure and it can be pure water. So we leave our fingers crossed. So someone says that he has a simple project. Can he deploy it? So when the time is right, because I will need to be able to see your project topics, what you want to do, I will create a Google form and I will forward it to you so that I will know what each and every one of you is doing. And then at the end of it, we will still create another Google form and then you give us the link to the project you've done. I believe we have some free hosting services here and there. You can use one of them to deploy your application so that we can be able to review and then get back to you on the project. Okay. If you have a login page, it will be advisable that you input the login details so that we don't need to start calling your number and saying, please, oh, this web application that you've done, we don't have the login. Oh, please help us with the login. We can only see the login page and then we cannot do anything else. Okay. So please provide the login. Maybe you write it somewhere where we can see it, copy and paste, and then go through and then grade you. Okay. All right. Any other question? I can see Stephen asking a question, but I don't understand the question. Stephen, please articulate your question and post it. One question straight, not you start typing like you're chatting and then you are asking a single question in three different lines. Okay. Adeni Adesiabola said that I did not see my name on the group. Me too, I did not see your name on the group, sir. It's not a group assignment, it's an individual assignment. So I think you should go about it. Yes, you can use Google Docs. Chibundu, Chibundu, you can use Google Docs if you want. Uh, provided you can send the documentation in PDF. I don't have problem with any. You can use Calabash. I don't mind. But at the end of it all, you're going to send it to me in PDF so that there will not be any changes. Okay. Someone is asking me if I can tell you some free hosting services. Okay, so what will happen is I think I will post some of them, or I can let me see if I can just post one from here. Then 320 hosting is one of them. Hosting. Yeah, I think 320 hosting is one of them. Uh, just check just go to triple host, triple zero hosts. I think you can get free hosting there. I think you can use AWS. I think they have some free hosting there too. There are many of them. You can also ask your classmates. I believe I saw one of your classmates. She was using some free hosting that I'm not even aware of. So, but then the best one you can do is you can ask Google. Google will actually tell you that these and this and this and these are all free services. Okay. All right. Thank you. So someone is asking, Nasiba Muhammad Ladan is asking, when is the internship coming? And is it going to be virtual or an on-site internship? Well, I don't know if the if internship has traveled for it to be coming, but I know immediately after this particular course, then the next thing is internship, and I think it will be physical. I'm not sure, but I think it will be physical. But give me some time, I will confirm, and then I'll get back to you. Okay. Timothy Afolabi is seriously complaining about attendance link not working. So I think Afolabi, you can take that as your final as your capstone project. Develop an attendance system that will be opening. Okay. All right. Okay. So Stephen Jason has articulated his question, and the question says, I have a simple project that I can develop within 1 to 2 weeks. Can I build it? Can I build it? That is the question you're asking. Absolutely yes. You can build it. If you can build it, then build it and then deploy it. Okay, it's going to be very, very beautiful for you to do that, because the most important thing have to understand is at the end of this exercise, we expect you to be able to develop a basic software, very simple, basic software. Now, if you can do that, then you should be, what the next thing you should do is start building something a bit more complex, bit by bit, until you reach university in software development. Okay. Right now, you guys are still in primary school in software development. So build, and then until you reach the university and graduate and do NYSC. Some of you have done NYSC, but you'll still do NYSC in software development. Okay. All right. Okay. So, okay. Yusuf Suleiman is asking, what kind of software are we going to develop? Is it web, mobile, or software application? Well, I don't know of software application, but I know you need to develop a web application using Django framework. So obviously, it's going to be web. The beauty of being able to develop web application is that there is a market for it. Okay, there is market for web applications. So if you can develop one, you can develop more. If you can develop more, the probability of you getting jobs to spend money or to get money and spend it is high. Okay, so please try developing web applications. I think if you can develop applications, then you have a future in software development and software engineering. Okay. Um, okay. Kingsley Allah is saying, sir, you are really funny. Timothy, oh, okay. I didn't know that. So I lost my laptop, so I don't know how to go about this. And so the beauty of it is that all the things we've been discussing since we started to date is on YouTube. So now that your laptop has finally resurfaced, or if you are using your mobile phone, then please use that device to go through the videos that we've discussed since when we start to date, and then you will know what we're talking about. But all we're talking about here is we're talking about developing a software that will solve a certain problem. And from the beginning of the class, I said, look very close to your society, because if you solve problems that are related to your society, then if each and every one of us is solving problems that is related to the society, then the society at large will benefit from that particular solution. Okay? All right. So yo ty 1010 said, sir, I have sent you a friend request on LinkedIn. Okay. I will go through and I will check and then I will get back to you on that. Okay. Sir, please, are we to choose any project of our choice for the capstone, or a project will be assigned, will be given to us? So I'm of the kind, I'm a kind of person that I prefer students to pick projects that they want to do. That way, a student will not come and start shouting, "Hey, sir, you give me a project I cannot do. Which kind of wickedness is this?" If you go and pick project you cannot do, and then you say it's what you want to do, we'll catch you, hold you accountable to that. So I don't like giving students project to do. I usually prefer students to pick their own project and work on the project. Now, like I said previously, please make sure that the project is in relation to your society. Maybe he's a POS guy that is doing POS business, and every day you see him writing his transaction on a piece of paper. Convert it into a web application for him. Okay, so if you can do that, then he doesn't need to start worrying about the paper. Yesterday, somebody came and stole his bag, and the paper is gone. Or the book is doing the log, fire catch, and it got burnt up, and now he doesn't know how his transactions are. So these are some of the things you can be able to do. Okay. Okay. Let's move on to the next one. Muhammad Abba, I don't think I have said that this capstone project is going to be in a group. I said it's going to be individual, but I will confirm and then get back to you. So please, no grouping. Before you go and say, Mr. Hayat said that we should group. And then somebody will come and call me and say, sir, you did not give me group. And me, I didn't even talk about group. Okay? So please allow me to confirm first, and then I'll get back to you on that. Okay, so let's move to the next person. This is just a confirmation. So hence we're expected to research topic and submit, develop it and document it. That's all that's needed. That's all that's needed, right? Okay, King, that is all that is needed. But I think you brought the end to the front, and then you took the front to the back. So right now your statement is going in reverse. Just imagine you want to move forward, and then the person that is driving, you put the gear to reverse, and then the person is facing forward, and then the person is facing forward, but the car is moving backward. You know there's going to be a problem. So what the first thing we expect you to do is to do the documentation, and then you go about developing. Okay. From your statement, you said develop, then document. So you first of all document before you go about doing development. Okay. All right. Thank you very much, King. Will the internship be done this year or next year? Are you traveling this year that you are asking if it's going to be this year or next year? If you're not traveling this year, then I think it should be this year, by God grace. But I don't have the full information. But when I do, I will still come back here and start shouting the internship is this year or next year. Nasiba Muhammad Ladan is asking if she can use React instead of Django for the Capstone project. Now, I don't want to limit your potential, but I think it's paramount that you use what you were taught with. Because if I should ask everybody, if I should say now use React, somebody will jump up and shout, "But you didn't teach us React. Why are you asking us to use React?" And in fact, there was one student that said she wants us to do React, and then I told her I'm not done teaching, I'm not done doing the programming aspect. So now, if I say you do React, she will shout and put her hand on top of her head and say, "But Mr. Hayat didn't teach us React. You're asking us this wickedness. So I don't want anybody to shout I'm wicked. So please use what you were taught with. That way, we know that everybody understand the same thing. Okay? If you have the technical know-how to use React, I will not limit your potential or I will not limit your creativity. You can go ahead and use React to do your application, but it's preferable you use what you were taught with, which is Django, and that is a framework under Python. Okay. Okay. So I have Ayuba Lazmat. Okay. Oh, it is your name. Carry weight. Good evening, sir. It's nice to have you and your humoristic approach to teaching back. Okay, I will want to inquire if this internship is meant to be centralized or not. I don't understand that particular statement, especially for the online student. Centralized, do you mean if it's going to be physical? If that is what you're asking, I really don't know, but I will ask and then I'll get back to you on that. Or you can post it to the group and then I can be able to forward your question to those that will be able to answer it. Okay, hello, good day, everyone. Okay, so this one is just greeting everybody. Abubakar Yunus, you just came in and you are saying good day, everyone. I think if you bring Maltina and give everyone will answer you back. But since you did not bring Maltina, nobody is answering. Okay, and let me help you and answer. Thank you for good day to you too. Okay, good afternoon, sir. Can you differentiate us software development and software engineering? I think we've done that during the classes. If you need any explanation, you have the materials that you can go through and and answer and see the answer for that. Okay. Okay. So most of these are recommendations. Thank you, sir. But can we deploy the project after completion? I think it's paramount that you deploy your project after completion. The beauty of that is you can be able to add it to your resume that you can be able to develop an application and deploy it. So people can develop an application and they cannot deploy. Okay. So people can develop, but they cannot deploy because they have never deployed an application before. So it's part because deployment on its own comes with its own series of problems. So you deploying your application is an added advantage to you. In fact, it depends on what method you use to do the deployment. If you use, let's say, continuous development continuous integration, I think that will be a big plus for you. Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Sir, Django has a built-in database. Do we replace it with MySQL or the Capstone project for the Capstone project, or can we use SQLite like that? So you can use SQLite if you want. Like I said, I don't want to limit your creativity. Okay, it's paramount that you use your own creativity. You use what you are most conversant with. Okay, but then in IT, especially software development, it's always important for you to explore. Okay, it's always important for you to explore other avenues, how other things are done. That way you can tell somebody that me, I'm a software developer. In fact, I develop in PHP, MySQL. In fact, I have written back end using MySQL. I've written front end using React, using Django, using this, using that. It's an added advantage. Maybe the person already has a project at hand, but the project has already been developed, but they want to add new features, and maybe the developer is not there anymore. Maybe the developer is not there anymore, and they need somebody to come and take over that project and continue. And then the person say, when you are busy shouting, I can do Python, I can do Django, I can do, and the project is in Django, then the person can say, come and continue this our Django project for us now. You see, that is a way of getting projects. That is a way of getting jobs to do. Okay. All right. So what about me that I'm just joining the class for the first time due to lack of phone? This is the kind of people I'm talking about. The kind of people that will tell you that their phone got pregnant and since then they cannot be able to use the phone because it doesn't see network. But now that the phone has given birth to a SIM card, they are now able to access it. Now, what can they do? So, this one pass my power. Gary, you know, put it inside, you know, go swell up. So you pass my power. Okay. Joy Osawe. Hey, God of mercy. Okay. Let me not pronounce your name before you shout, Amadio Heart, fire me. I'm killing your name like God of War. Let me not do that. But let me read your comment. You said something that good day everyone. Can someone bring me to speed? I have network issues and pretty much missed most of what have been said as regards to the project. Thank you. Now, Joy, the beauty of it is that your name is Joy, so you should be happy that you should be joyous that this particular video is being recorded and you can also always go back and view what we've discussed. Okay, joyously. So joyously go back to the video after we are done, and then you can watch and learn, and then you understand what we've talked about and other things. Okay. So this one's name is in Arabic, and me and Arabic, I don't know how to read Arabic that doesn't have the wassals. Okay, but the question the person is asking is, sir, which advice can you give us as father for us to build a successful project? This one you're putting father on top of my head. Don't come and ask me for school fees, so man, no day. Talk. So the advice I can give you is be patient, especially when you start doing the development. Okay, be very very patient because sometimes you want to do something and then it will be so frustrating that you feel like pulling the hairs off your head or off your face. So be patient. That is the first thing I will advise you to do. The second thing I will advise you to do is always try to learn. Okay, any problem you see in programming is an opportunity for you to learn something new. Okay, I sometimes I spend 3 4 days with a problem and I keep trying to solve it. Even my wife now understand that when I'm trying to solve a problem, she don't interfere with me because at another point in time I can be very very angry. Why is this problem not? Why am I not able to solve this particular problem? I'm just looking at this problem, but why can't I solve it? And then out of nowhere, maybe I'll be sleeping and then I will remember, this is how I should go and I should go about solving it. And then I wake up immediately and then I will do it and then I will see that it's not what I think should solve the problem did not solve the problem. And then I've lost my sleep already. So I will get more angry again. And then I will sleep again. And then maybe I will be taking my shower and then that is when I will remember. And then that is I'll come and do it and it will work. And I'll be like, oh yes, I did it. Yes, yes, yes. Like I'll be shouting yes only me in the night around 3 a.m. Okay. So please be patient. And if you are calling somebody father, please don't ask the person to give you school fees. Okay. So what if we have software company we working in already? Well, that is beautiful. If you already have a software firm that you're working with, so the beauty of it is you can always work with the set of developers in that company, and they can be able to help you look through your work. That way, you use their technical know-how to your advantage. But Biko, please don't go and give them the software project and say, especially the ladies and ladies. I know you guys how you guys behave. The lecturer will give assignment. The ladies will just go and sit down and sleep. The gentlemen will be the ones doing the assignment. Please don't be like that. Don't go and give the developers in your office the work to do for you. No. The beauty of you doing it yourself is so that you gain the experience. Imagine if they did not do their own projects themselves, they will not be able to gain the experience that they are going to use to help you build your own project. Okay? So it is paramount that you understand how to go about developing a project, but you can use their expertise to guide you on how to go about it. Yes. So if you have an individual project, you can hit your chest and say, "This one, let me do." Anybody will talk, maybe me do make you come up with see. I know in and out of my projects. So make nobody can tell me anyhow talk. So that is the beauty of that is one of the beauties of you doing your project individually. Okay. All right, Stephen. It is important for some of for it is it still important for people like us to do internship. So if you're already working in a software development firm, I think you can do your internship there. Just that we will, I think I will be coming to check on you from time to time. Which okay, so I have Nureini Ahmed Panti, which, sir, really am left behind, but I am given the chance. I will, yeah, God of mercy. So I don't understand what Panti is trying to say, but I will remain optimistic. Please, sir, lecture 8 and 9 are very important to this program, but lecture 8 is very broad, and the online student find it difficult to get it fully taught. We can only do our best. We can only do our best to see that things are done right. But some things are above our own control. Like what you are complaining about, David Asanam, that is above our own control. We had wished this to be as clear as daylight. But sometimes things happen that are above our own control and we cannot do anything about it. Panti says, please, advocate, please. I don't understand what you're trying to say. I think if you can post it in Hausa, I can be able to read the Hausa and then maybe find an interpreter that will interpret it for me in English so that we can be able to move on. One DL Joseph is saying, thank you. Please, if I pronounce your name wrongly, don't blame me. It is the way you write it, it's the way I pronounce it. Okay, so I have official chapless. As for me, I'm going to start from beginning because everything sounds like Chinese for me. Nigerian network, you do me this one. Okay. I hope you're not using what is this line called? Not Airtel, Glue. I hope you're not using Glue. If you're using Glue, you're on your own. My hand no dey. Okay, so Elijah Odo, when are we starting? And long. Okay, the question I ask is when are we starting and how long is the project? Well, you are starting today, and then we're finishing in about 3 weeks' time. So that is the answer to that. Okay, so Tariq is saying, sir, some are having problem installing MySQL on 32-bit architecture. Well, well, why not upgrade to 64-bit architecture if that is the case? Better still, you can install Ubuntu Linux side by side to your system. With Ubuntu Linux, I believe you can be able to do whatever you want to do. The freedom is endless. So my advice to you is you can even do virtual machine, and most of your project will be on the virtual machine. It all depends on you. And with the Windows WSL, you can even install Ubuntu. You can install Ubuntu on Windows, and you can access all the resources on Ubuntu. So, like I said, the something is limitless. Okay, so you have to just find your way around. Okay, MySQL doesn't support many-to-many relationship. Says who? I'm not. I don't think so. But hey, if you said that is it, I will not argue with you. Maybe it's your own MySQL. Okay. Okay. Someone is counter arguing. So your explanation is amazing. My question is, do I have to host a website developed to Django or it will be hosted automatically for global access? Well, look at it this way. You own a restaurant, but the restaurant is inside your house and it's inside your kitchen, and nobody is allowed to come to your kitchen. Now, how do you sell the food? And you don't take the food out of that kitchen. I'm talking about Yahya Muhammad. So that is exactly what you are asking. For you to be able to, for people to be able to access it, you need to be able to host it. When you host it, that is when people can be able to access the resources. Okay. All right. Please, sir. I'm talking about Nasiba Ladan is back. She says, please, sir, what is the stand of someone who did not submit the assignment given? Well, I don't know the stand, but I know the sitting part of it is that you did not submit the assignment. As such, you will not be graded for it. That is it. Okay. Yaro is saying hello everyone. Okay. Sir, can I meet up if I'm given the chance? I don't understand the question. Can one specialize in DevOps engineering, and can we choose areas to get internship both in Nigeria or abroad, e.g. UK? You can actually specialize in DevOps engineering. It's a very, very broad and very, very lucrative area in software development. Okay, you can do that. And can we choose areas to get internship both in Nigeria or abroad, e.g. UK? If you get UK now, we will go like that. Simon or Simon Onimi. If you get UK, please don't forget me. Are they for sideline? They wait for you. Once you get that UK thing, just call my number. Hmm? That time I'll pick your call. Panty, please, sir. Okay, Panty, your statements are in your statement are in pieces. Please put your statement together and ask the question. Ayuba Lamal, sequel to the initial question about decentralized internship. Say, for example, someone who is in Yobi, will the internship be in a place for all, perhaps an accredited firm or organization? Okay, so that I think I think the management of this particular program will inform you of where to do the internship and how to go about doing the internship. Because I don't want a situation where I will say 2 plus 2 is equal to 4, and then someone will end up with and will end up having 2 plus 2 is equal to 4.0, and the argument will start. Okay, so please wait for the management to inform you how to go about the internship. Someone is asking what is the grading system for the project. So I think we'll do documentation, and then we'll grade the documentation, and then we'll grade your project. Now, when you are grading a project, you are looking for things that are of importance. So one of the first things we'll be looking at keenly is can the system you develop, does it solve the problem? If it solves the problem, is it user friendly? If it's user friendly, then does it meet the standard? Because, like I said in the previous, in a few minutes ago, that you need to test the software. So where it says user and password, can I put A as username and B as password and then log in and it logs successful? If it does that, then there's a problem. And we wouldn't want that. So my advice is do a standard software project. Okay? I'm doing high says sir, and then it stops there. I don't know what the sir is for. Maybe he's trying to call me sir, but I don't know. So, sir, please, can you discuss our issues with the board members? Okay, so I think one of the things you can do is you can send me an email and then I'll forward it to those responsible. Okay, I believe all of you here have my email. Okay, thank you. Please, is it a paid internship? And if you see me, Nasiba, if you see me in heaven, don't be carry myself go there. Now somebody carry me go there. So allow the people that are responsible for that to answer the question. Okay? What are we going to learn during the internship, and what is the advantage of the internship? Well, one of the beauties of internship is that you will learn a lot because you're going to work with professionals in the field. So look at it this way. You want to start learning how to do POP, and then you decide to go and meet a mason. You will learn how to do mason job, but you will not learn how to do POP. But if you meet someone that has been doing POP for the last 3 years or 4 years, the person has his pocket is wet with POP money. Eh? I believe the person will give you more insight into that particular field than someone that is not working in that field. So it will be of importance for you to be able to do the internship. That way, you will learn from industry experienced professionals. Okay? All right, thank you. That is the answer to your question. Good day, sir. I just joined the class now. After the class and lectures, what next? Please. And so then, since you've just joined the class, Amir, I think after the class you should watch the entire video. That way you will know what we've discussed, and then you'll be able to know what kind of feedbacks or what to expect. Okay. Joseph is asking a question. He said, "Thank you for your time, sir. My next question is, are we certain companies that we will be cloned to for internship?" I don't understand the question. If you're asking if we know the companies, I don't know what. I'm in class. When I'm done. Okay, so well, based on the question you've asked, you said thank you for your time. My next question is, I think the management of this particular program are already aware of which companies and which companies to send you guys for the internship. If you already have your own, if you're already working in an IT firm that deals with software development, I think you can propose, and then I think they will issue you, they will allow you to do the internship there. Okay, so Idorenin, says, please, sir, I work virtually with a software development firm. Can this be accepted for an internship placement? That I don't know, but please post this as an email so I can forward it to those responsible. That way, we'll be able to have a beautiful answer to your question. Hayat, there have been times when the class link didn't work, so my classmate and I joined via YouTube. This may have affected our attendance record. Could you advise on how could you advise on how we can assure our attendance? How we can ensure our attendance? So really, I cannot for now. I think you can be able to send an email to the guy that is in charge of attendance so that the person can be able to do what he can be able to do. Okay. Joseph, it's an opportunity for you to be physically. Okay, I don't know what you guys are talking about. So you guys are doing your own discussions by the side. I will not interrupt that. Coding, which assignment are you talking about? So this is reference to coding. I don't know who coding is, but I will keep my mouth shut so that it will not sound as if I'm answering questions that they didn't ask me. Yeah, they say person will go party, go break bottle. If person will go party, don't invite them, go break bottle, you go pay. So make I no talk with make I no talk. Okay. So can you use Python and Jungle? This question, are you trying to say Django? Because if you're trying to say Django, that is not how you spell Django. Okay, but maybe you're thinking about the movie with the little kid. Is it Mowgli and the jungle and the pythons and everything there? Okay, so I don't want to go into that. If you're talking about Django, the spelling is supposed to be DJ. Okay, is it DJO? Okay, DJAGO. Okay, so yes, you are supposed to use Python and Django. Mustafa Abdullahi. Sir, I have lost my system. I feel I fit do the project with my phone or unless I bought new system. Talk. If you want to type code with your phone, you're on your own. Because believe you me, well, try it now. I'll not stop your creativity. Try it. Maybe you'll be able to do what others can't. That is why everybody is unique in his own way. Maybe you are very fast at typing with your phone and you can be able to do it. I don't try to limit people's creativity. Okay. Mike Terongwa. Sir, please, sir, give us your email at the end of class, please. Okay, so I think we'll post my email right now. It's hsml2g@gmail.com. I think you can be able to reach me at any point in time. Okay, and that is my face right there in the messaging area. Okay. So are we going to learn all what we have been taught here during the internship, or it will be different things from what we are learning how here? So it depends. I don't know where you're going to do your internship, but if I believe that it should be where you'll be able to practice everything that we've discussed during this particular course. Okay. Arinze Success is asking, sir, please, how can we get the email of the person in charge of attendance? I think he's the person that sends me the link, so I will tell him to please post his email so that you guys can be able to contact him. Okay. At Emeka, okay, this is what I was talking to Emeka. I will not go through reading it. Good afternoon, sir. I discovered that in SEE 101, Introduction to Computer, no score in my dashboard. Nothing was recorded for me. I'll be grateful if corrections is made. Okay, so right now, like I said, I've been very, very busy with different kind of works that I'm doing. I will find time, and then I will even give you guys your second the test for database and the test for introduction to software engineering. So I will post them, I think, concurrently, and then I will give you maybe a week or two to go about doing them. That way we can be able to cover everything. Okay. 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 The next person is me. I just posted my email. Then I have Hexagon. Okay, now. And then the next person is Wilcox, Kingsley Allah. No problem. The way you put your name is the way you pronounce it. If you know pronounce them well, make you no vex. Sir, thank you for the opportunity. Sir, can we use another language for our project? You can use another language for your project, but it's advisable that you use what you were taught with. That way, we know that what we've taught you has entered your head. If you use another language, good and fine. But we will assume that you hired a programmer to do it for you, and that will not be a good look on you. Okay. And and at the end of the day, if you put this program or if you get the certificate for this program, and you're asked what were you taught, you shout Python Django, and then they ask you which programming language can you do. You say another programming language. You say, Ato, why are you learning another program? Why are you using another programming language in place of? So it's advisable that you use what you were taught with. Okay, Allah said that he changed his course from software engineering I changed my course to software engineering from artificial intelligence. So you don't want to be artificially intelligent. Wilcox. Which kind of life now? You should be artificially intelligent. Hmm? You can only join on YouTube. I don't know why that is, but I think I will get the contact, the email for the guy that is the in charge of attendance. That way, he can be able to guide. He can be able to guide and help you with attendance. Hanif is asking. People are talking about assignment. Which assignment is it? Well, go back and start watching the video from the beginning. You understand which assignment we're talking about. So thank you for the opportunity. Can we use another language? I've read that. Okay, I've read the next one. I've read the next one. So my question is the project which you are talking about. Is deadline for the project passed or not? Ah, we're talking about the project now, and you're asking if deadline is passed. How will you pass the deadline when we have not even done the project yet? I asked earlier, but you missed it. I'm confused. I will appreciate explanation, sir. The capstone project we are starting now. Okay, we are starting it now. So please go back to the video and start from beginning so that you understand what we're talking about. Okay, so someone said that please, if you have received my email, please post it so that other people can see. Because me, I saw the email just now. I posted it and I can see it, and people are telling me that they cannot see it. Please scroll to where it says Hayat Tugi. Okay, if you see Hayat Tugi, that is me. So please copy the email there. Any other question, any other remark, any other thing that you need explanation for, please ask now or forever hold your peace. Thank you. Coding scenario. Sir, my question is the project which you are talking about, is the deadline for the project passed or not? It's not passed now. We're just talking about it now. Is an active something. So sometimes people send me email that doesn't make sense, and I'm too busy to start asking what you mean. So please, when you are sending me an email, send an email that makes sense. Okay. You can use free version. Okay, you can use free version, but if you have money that you want to spend, and we don't have no problem, you can use the paid version too. Okay, but free version is most preferable for now, so that you don't need to spend money. And if I ask you to use paid version, or somebody will shout and put his hand on top his head and say, "Ah, Mr. Hyde has asked us to to put money, and he didn't give us the money to put. So which kind of life be this one? Life no balance. Hayat must go. I don't want to see Hayat must go on Twitter or on Instagram. Because can you guys see it now? Can you guys see the email now? I believe all of you here have my email because I use my email to send you guys your login credentials. Okay, so Hexagon says that uh-uh, don't worry, let me I'll go and post it on Telegram. That way everybody will see it. Okay, the attendance link issue, no, this one is above my own control. Okay. Thank you, sir, for the clarification. I asked because I kept reading comments where people were asking for another chance. Those people that are asking for another chance, it's like they don't know what they are doing. That is why they ask for another chance. If not, they already get one chance now. Chibundu, I'll also appreciate it if you can do the internship remotely. That way, you don't need to spend money going and coming. But the problem is that if you're going to do the internship remotely, you'll not be able to work with the team and see how they are doing things. And if you can't do that, then there's a bit of problem. Okay. Okay. Any question? Because I will soon be rounding up. I have other things to go and attend to. Very, very urgent things to even to begin with. Okay. That is why I said I believe all of you have my email, unless if you do not write the exams for Introduction to Software Engineering, Introduction to Computer Science. But once you've written that exams, I believe I've sent you an email using my email, because that is the email I use to send all your login details to you. All right, Joseph, thank you too. All right, so if you don't have any other question, please let me go and get money. There's no time to check. There's no time to check clock. Let's go look for money. Sharp, 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 sharp. Okay. Any other question, guys? Please say no if you don't have any questions so that I can be able to sleep comfortably today. So, Hadiza to Adamu has turned me into a sis. I'm not going to say anything, no. But this one, you're trying to connect me to Bobrisky. I don't understand you. This, your statement is very, very risky. Are you going to give us guide? Yes, like I said in the previous letter, I'm going to give you guys a manual to use. Like I said previously, that I will give you a link that you're going to submit your project topics to me. Starting date is today. That I don't know. Chi Bundu. I don't know how they're going to do the internship, but once I do, I'll let you know. All right, you're welcome. Wilcox Allah, you're welcome. Um, okay, thank you. Okay, I think Chibundu has already asked this question, and I've answered it. Kenneth, yes, sir, Chidebele. All right, guys, thank you very much for having me, and please stay safe and have a lovely evening. Okay. I will be seeing you guys next week. But before then, I will post some materials for you to work with for the for the capstone project. Okay. Thank you very much, and have a blessed day. How do I stop this, Kiniko?